Let's talk about Adobe Express in 2026. And is it actually better than Canva now? So, if you don't know, Adobe Express is a creative platform where you can create and print designs. It is also useful for teams, enterprises, and students because they can just create content and even use AI that's designed to be commercially safe. So, what can you do with Adobe Express? So, when you go to the projects and go to the website directly, you'll find that you can create anything quickly and easily. You can start from scratch, start from your media, start from templates, and even use AI assistant. So basically, it's more on graphic designing. You can do photos and videos. So what they offer is you can do remove background edits. You can resize images, crop images, convert the images files to JPEG and to PNG. You can even convert it vice versa. Now, it's not just editing as well. You can also generate because of the new AI features. So you can generate image, you can generate videos, you can generate templates, generate similar content, insert and remove object, and even generate voices. Now, if you don't know how to do, they also offer templates, so you can start from the start of content. So if you're lost on starting the content, you can use the templates for videos, photos, and design assets, and even use add-ons or also known as extensions. So you can find extensions basically everywhere like Reddit, or you can also use GitHub in order to connect to your Adobe Express. However, here's a catch. Adobe Express is not free. Although you can get it for free, it is widely limited to free features, so it's much better to invest on the free trial. So if you start a 30-day free trial, you'll be redirected into the website for their features. So as you can see right here, if you're using the basic or the free content, you can use the limited generative AI credits and assets and basically basic contents. However, if you apply to the premium of Adobe Express, you'll have access to millions of assets and more AI credits and even premium tools. But it comes at a cost of around 314 in PHP or also known as $6 per month. Now, if you go for the Adobe Firefly Pro, it is actually very valuable. So if you can see right here for individuals, you can pay up to 1200 PHP and get these features which are very useful. So these features include a 4000 credits for creative AI and Adobe Photoshop on web and mobile devices and basically image editing. So you're not just using the platform on your PC, you can also integrate it on your mobile device if you apply to this premium plan. Now, if you compare all plans right here, you'll see all the limited features. And if you compare all the features for businesses, you'll even see more differences. So for Express teams, you'll get an offer for free of up to 37% for the first person and for the first year. And for the top features, you can get around 250 generative credits per month per user, which is actually very useful if you have a team of at least around 5 or 10. Now, for Adobe Express Enterprise, which includes around 100 plus users, or for large teams or companies, the prices may vary. You actually need to request information and call their assistant and contact sales for more information. But the offers is very flexible. You can ask for however much credits you want and depending on your plan and the payment. Now you can compare all them right here and you can even start a 14-day trial on the Teams Express. Now for the students one, you actually get a free offer and right here you can see the premium and you can compare here at the bottom. But for educators, so educators or like educations, you can actually get for free like $0 per month but the premium plan. As long as you have a classroom or your university is valid, you'll be able to use the feature for free. Now, what is Adobe Express really? Basically, it's like a Photoshop, but more on integrating every app. Like you can integrate Illustrator, Photoshop, and Lightroom into one app. So that's Adobe Express. You basically get all the features you need. So how is it better than Canva now? Well, at most part, since it's talking about Canva, Canva is actually much better depending on if you have the premium plan. So if you have the student education plan on Canva, it's actually much better than Adobe Express because you can use all the features right here, you have all the templates and even have Canva AI. And aside from that, you can also connect apps and use it to design more further. They offer a lot of apps right here like AI generation, audio and voiceover, communications, and even a lot of graphic designings and marketing. So if you take the granted for Adobe Express and say that it is better than Canva, well, it's actually controversial. It depends on the features. So if you don't have the premium plan on Canva, although you are limited, Canva is actually very flexible. You can design easily. You can just import data and files and assets directly because it is a web app. But for Adobe Express, you actually need to get the software and download it on your PC, which is actually very hassle. And for most cases, Canva has been used for many graphic designings that only require a few short time. As you can see here, a lot of templates that you can use and even use features like classwork if you're on a premium for education. However, they also offer a lot of brandings, which is unlocked if you own education and if you own a student account. But for Adobe Express, it is very limited compared to this Canva, as Canva also offers a lot of features and not just the editing. So you also use AI that you can integrate into the app itself, which is actually very useful. But overall, Adobe Express is still good because it's more on the higher scale and more company size editing and graphic designing. But for most cases, if you are an individual, then Canva is actually likely better. Canva provides you more flexibility in editing compared to Adobe Express, unless you're using it for high content and high quality and even very high overloaded content and for company size, then Adobe Express may be beneficial. But compared to Canva, Canva is more on individual and a small team. So if you want to invest on Adobe Express, make sure that it is actually giving you an ROI or also known as return on investment and actually is beneficial for your team and for yourself. Although you can try it for free, the free one is limited and it offers a lot of features compared to Canva, like generating images and videos, like an AI model. Although Canva cannot offer this, you can still do it by simply using other AI tools. And there are a lot of AI tools that are for free that you can use on the social media right now, but it depends. So overall, Adobe Express is still better than Canva in the long run because Adobe is also integrated with different types of platforms. So if you own Photoshop, Illustrator, or Cloud, or even Lightroom, you can integrate them all and connect them easily compared to Canva, where it's just a web app alone. Although there is an app, it is still one app compared to Adobe, where it is integrated with multiple apps that you can use and integrate. And other than that, it also offers you tools that is not out of this Canva thing. So basically, there are tools that is not available on Canva that you can do in Adobe. It basically has a lot of assets, millions of assets compared to Canva. However, if you don't know how to utilize those, you won't be beneficial. So it depends on how skilled you are as well. If you are that good at editing and you can easily adjust to integrating to the Adobe Express, then I simply recommend Adobe Express because it is definitely better than Canva overall and in the long run. So if you like to learn more, simply just check these videos and the next videos. If you like this video, check out these other video recommendations below. Please leave your comments, like and subscribe to my channel. Thank you.